What's going on, everyone? My name is Matt, aka August 8th, here with Keshawn, aka Kid Lethal. Today we're talking about something very depressing, I'd say. It's pretty depressing, actually. I don't even know why I question marked it. But today we're talking about the foreclosures of the Xbox Studios. I don't know why I keep questioning it whenever I'm looking over my notes. There's 4 studios that were closed down or closing down because of costs being cut. And
Yeah.
Microsoft fucking up pretty bad, but you know, Keshawn, other than that, how are you doing today, buddy?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. I finally, after watching the Fallout TV show, got into some Fallout 3. Not that deep into it. Got into Fallout 3.
Watch it.
You know,
It's really good.
I was going to start with Fallout 76, but then you stopped me. Was like, nah, just do Fallout 3 and then do New Vegas and 4. So
Yeah, if you're gonna start playing Fallout for the first time, do not start with 76. It's gotten better than it did when it first launched, but my God, is it not worth it playing if you've never played the other ones? You just stick with the other ones. I promise you. Fallout 3 is goated. As you just running it on PC is you're gonna have to mod it a little bit probably without it crashing.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4 run like fucking god tier games though. They run really well, and then modding them they get even better. So if I had to choose out of the 3 for you to play, if you had to like only play one, I always say New Vegas. New Vegas is by far the best one out of the 3.
All right.
So I don't know if you started, but if you're going to start and you want to do the trilogy, you start with 3. 1 and 2 are very different games. I don't know. If
Yeah,
you like
I don't. Are they like top down?
I
They
don't
like, gotcha. Yeah, so I'm starting with Fallout 3, and then I'll jump into New Vegas because you haven't watched the show yet, but a lot of stuff they pulled, a lot of stuff from the show comes from New Vegas. Comes from New Vegas and a little bit of 3.
Yeah, I was told that this story is it's I think it's like I don't know if it was like 20 years or something. It was in the future. It was after Fallout 4, so it goes.
Yeah.
I actually think it just goes 3 New Vegas 4 and the show. But
Yeah,
I don't know where it's located either. I don't know if they. I have no idea. I have to watch the show.
The showrunner said it's not. So Fallout 4, as far as the games are concerned, Fallout 4 is the furthest in the timeline as far as the games. The show is 9 years after Fallout 4.
That's what it was. It was 9 years after Fallout 4.
So
yeah, a lot of people actually. I was looking at this earlier. A lot of people were speculating what the next state or the next area of Fallout is gonna be.
yeah,
A lot of people wanted it to be either Texas or Florida, because a lot of people were like, they're like Texas would be sick, seeing how how New Vegas was like that kind of like style,
yeah,
and Florida people were like, oh well, Florida's already in kind of like a Fallout IRL, so it would just fit perfectly already.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where they plan on doing it, but it would be cool if it was like like Texas or Florida or so. Or actually, if it was like Florida or Texas, it'd be so funny.
Because I think so far we've only had New Vegas, which takes place in Vegas, or is that California?
It's California because they have the New California Republic.
Yeah, the NCR.
So it's somewhere in California, yeah. And then I don't remember. I think Fallout 4 was in Boston.
Fallout 4 is in Boston. Yeah.
And then I don't remember Fallout 3, to be honest with you.
I don't remember.
Where it's located.
I want to say Pennsylvania, but I don't think it is because.
Yeah.
And then 76 I think is in DC.
Okay. Yeah. That would, honestly, if it ends up being like Texas or Florida, Florida would be funny as fuck.
Now,
Texas would be really cool too.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with like the placements of the vaults, like as far as where they're spread out across America, but they were like in the show. They I forgot what episode, but there is a scene in the episode where there's literally like a map of America, and it has all of the vaults, and literally like out of the what they say 100 vaults or 10 vaults, they like half of them were like clustered between New York, Pennsylvania, DC, and then like you have 3 on the West Coast, like in California, and then there's like 2 in the South. There's like 2 to 5 in the South. So like, I think it would be interesting to go to, see what the other parts of America look like in this irradiated wasteland. But I am honestly most curious, and I guess we'll never get that now because, and we'll get into this later, but because they closed down Tango Gameworks, I would have loved to have seen a Fallout based in like Japan or like overseas.
Yeah, actually, I've always thought about that. Yeah, I've always thought about something like that. It'd be so interesting if they did like a Europe or like a Asian style.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it'd be so cool. Oh, it'd be so cool.
And
but,
so
yeah, I don't know. I always wondered if they'd ever do like lore or just something like outside of the United States, because I think everything. I don't know any lore. There could be something out there, but I don't know any lore.
So
that's tailored to Fallout that's outside of the U.S.
The US.
I have no idea. There's a lot of lore videos about like the vaults and everything.
Yeah.
Especially in like New Vegas, there's a lot of lore that people make about like the reason behind some vaults in New Vegas and like how it all kind of ties together. But
yeah, it's my understanding from some of the lore that I've watched where, like, we know for a fact that America and China were at war for resources. So, like, I wholeheartedly believe you could do, like, something with China. But they mentioned the Reds in the show, like Russia, the Reds. But I don't know if that'd be interesting because, like, we've seen so many games that take place in, like, a post-war or post-apocalyptic, like, for me, like I was having a discussion with my friend at work, and he was like, he's a big Fallout fan too, and he was saying, wouldn't it be cool to go to Russia? Like, wouldn't it be cool to have a Fallout game in Russia? And I'm like, bro, that's just the Metro series, the Metro Exodus, Metro. Yeah, I'm like, that's just the Metro series.
Play Metro. Yeah. Play Metro. Yeah.
And I'm like, that's basically what that is. I'm like, I would love to see like the UK. Like all of Europe. What does Africa look like? What Egypt is in Africa? Like what is what is Japan? What China look like? And
they have so much opportunity.
They have so much opportunity, but I don't know if they're ever going to capitalize on it because, like, we're going into Fallout 5, and now we don't know nothing about what Fallout 5 is going to be, but I feel like it's just going to be another American city, and I'm like, we've done this like every time. Can we go somewhere else, like and to kind of get us back into on the subject of today, is like, you close down Tango and Arcane Austin, and some of those developers, from what I'm hearing, are just gonna go work on the Fallout game because you want a Fallout game to come out now to capitalize on the success of the TV show.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of strange. Like, you knew you had a TV show. You like Xbox made sure that Halo Infinite came out relatively close to the Halo TV show coming out, but you didn't think to have a Fallout game ready. Well, even you could have did. This was the perfect time to do like a remake, Fallout 3 remake, Fallout 4 for next gen, and you just didn't do it. It's a bit strange.
You remember when we were talking? About that shit? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, like a couple podcasts ago, we were saying. Because I remember it was all about the leak stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like, imagine if they did a remake of Fallout.
Yeah.
Imagine if they, and it's the same thing with say Borderlands 4. Now I saw on Twitter, X whatever, I saw it earlier today that Summer Games Fest, 2K might be they're hinting at a 2K game, a game franchise that might be getting shown at Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are speculating it's Fallout 4 because they keep fucking doing the little like the little leaks and stuff of Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not Fallout. Sorry. Did I say Fallout or Borderlands 4, not Fallout 4. Borderlands 4. Sorry, I have Fallout brain rot in my mind.
All good.
So people are speculating that because they're talking about 2K's franchise coming out with a game or showing a game in Summer's Game Fest.
Yeah. And
people are like, it's either gonna be Borderlands 4 or it's gonna be 2K like fucking
2K basketball.
You know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like some shit like that. And
yeah, bro.
So a lot of people are thinking that it's gonna be Borderlands 4, which makes sense because the movie's coming out soon.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And it's like,
They would be smart enough to go, hey, awesome Fallout series brings people back to all the games. Oh, by the way, we're remaking or we're remastering New Vegas or Fallout 3.
Vegas.
I'd be like, holy, like imagine like a I mean, like they need to update their fucking engine, but imagine like a full remake of like Fallout 3, and I'm like, oh my god.
You know, I'm gonna do
Even
you.
if it's only the, oh no,
Go ahead. Nah, I cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say even on like the the Fallout 4 engine, like even if they like remade Fallout 3 on like the Fallout 4 engine, I mean, they would still be pretty cool, you know, just to see it.
It would be pretty cool, but like I'm gonna do you one better. You shut down Tango Gameworks, you shut down Arcane Austin to put them on what I'm assuming, because these are Bethesda studios. Because the 4 closings came from like Bethesda based studios, right? Wouldn't it make the most sense to me, business wise? You should, because let's be honest, the reason why they're closing down these studios is because you spent $70 billion on ABK, you got to turn a profit. Yeah. So wouldn't it make the most sense to, if you're going to, and I'm not saying it's justified shutting down these studios, but if you're going to shut down specifically Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks, send them to Obsidian and In Exile. Hey, one of you is going to work on a New Vegas remake, and one of you is going to work on New Vegas 2.
That'd be amazing.
I don't care who does. I don't care who does what. Just y'all. Both of y'all are working on a New Vegas project.
Yeah. I always said, and I was thinking I was thinking about this earlier when all of this the talk about the studios being shut down. I always wondered, because there's so much talent in these studios, like Arcane Austin had so much immersive sim talent, so much. Tango Gameworks had so much talent with Hi-Fi Rush, the Evil Within, like it's just crazy how much talent there were with these. I mean, the other two companies, I don't really know much of. I know Alpha Dog Studios, which is like a mobile game company, which I don't really know much of their other games. I was looking into it a little bit before we started, and then Roundhouse Games, I think they were just doing like an unannounced game before they got transferred to ZeniMax Online. It does the ESO series, or
Elder Scrolls Online.
So, but the top two, the main two that I really want to focus on is Tango Gameworks and Arcane Austin, because those two guys are powerhouses, and I still can't believe this shit is happening with them. So if you and what I don't understand is, if they're gonna shut down companies and drop developers, really talented developers like this, why not just see if you can try and transfer them to a different company, like you said, if they could do Obsidian, or even if you could take Austin or Arcane Austin and move them maybe to Arcane Lion, or something, or if they give them the opportunity at least to transfer somewhere if they could. But I pray for anyone that lost their job, because
I just couldn't imagine, as a software engineer, I just couldn't imagine spending 4 to 5 years of my life studying to be a video game designer, and there's absolutely no job security in this field. You could be a senior developer, a mid-level, a junior. There is no job security in this field. And so for a company to buy out your company, and then you give them the only game that's won an award in Hi-Fi Rush in a few years, and they shut you down for it, bro, I would be done with this industry. I'd be out of here so quick. I would be out of this industry so quick. And it's crazy because Xbox, you fucked them over with that shadow drop. No one told you to shadow drop that game. As a matter of fact, reports came out that after that Hi-Fi Rush was done, and what could have been released in 2022, but they held on to it to shadow drop it for their first ever developer direct in 23. Microsoft, you fucked over Tango Gameworks. Not Tango. They gave you an award-winning game, and you shadow dropped it, bro. You lucky that you.
Oh, no! You're so right about this. I didn't even think about that until just now. Hi-Fi Rush had no advertising, like nothing. It was just like came out of nowhere.
Here's a game.
I don't remember seeing a single thing about Hi-Fi Rush before it came out.
Nope.
Maybe like one thing, maybe like a week before it dropped. They were like, "Oh guys, by the way," but like,
Yep.
it came out so out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure didn't they go? Didn't I could be capping, but I swear I really feel like I remember seeing them show it at like a game, like it was like the day that it got released, or like a day or two before it got released. They were like, "Oh, here's Hi-Fi Rush. By the way, it's out tomorrow." And everyone was like, "What?" So, yeah. No, I just it just is kind of funny because they promised that they wanted to give all these smaller. They bought out all these fucking studios. They promised all these smaller studios that they were gonna deliver them freedom to do whatever they wanted.
Creative freedom.
Just like let them do what they want. Let them handle the shit that they know how to handle. And then they delivered it. They did good, and then Xbox still goes good. They go complete back on. They do a complete 180, and they go, "Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys did well, but
you gave us an award-winning game that we shadow dropped. The only Starfield wasn't even nominated for Game of the Year, and you pitched this game as Game of the Generation.
Now, don't get me wrong, man. I don't want to shit on Bethesda as too much, because I mean, at the end of the day, they do have good games. I mean, maybe not recent, but you know, they do have good game series.
Yeah.
But I guess it all depends on, like, you know, money wise and whatever.
Yeah.
But you would think that they would cut costs where costs are due. I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Tango Gameworks, I didn't think were. I mean, now again, I'm just talking. I'm just yapping. All right. But you would think out of Tango Gameworks, Arcane, and Bethesda, you would think Bethesda's probably you spending more money on whatever they're doing at that company, compared to the other two that have made a very nice profit on their games. I mean, don't get me. I mean, I know Redfall was a very big flop, but I mean, you gotta take it as you see. I mean, Arcane Studios was not a fucking looter shooter company or game studio. They were immersive sim.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
So, what I'm trying to get at is why cut costs where you shouldn't have cut them, but instead maybe cut them in places kind of like Bethesda, where, like, I mean, Starfield was like good, but like
it wasn't spectacular.
They could have done so much better with it, you know. And it's like how much how much of a profit did they end up making at the end of the day with the amount of money that they spent? I know there's probably something out there. I remember you talking about it before.
I remember that they had at least released Steam numbers, because they weren't doing. Microsoft does this thing where they'll say, here's how many people bought our game on Steam, and here's how many people are playing on Game Pass. I translate, the people that are playing on Game Pass are not buying the game. They just bought the subscription. And like Blockbuster, you're kind of renting the game because you don't own it.
Yeah.
So they had released that. They basically had made their entire budget back from Steam downloads alone, from Steam purchases during the $100 premium edition early access phase, which I was one of those people. And then it was like, okay, that's great, but who bought the game after it came out?
Yeah.
On Steam, because I think it was like between Steam and Game Pass, it was like its highest, not concurrent, but like the amount of people that had played the game was like 12 million.
Oh, shit, seriously.
So,
wow, that's pretty good.
And so I say that to say this, to your point. Starfield cost $200 to $250 million to make. Yes, you made that back in Steam, but you could have reallocated that budget to some of these smaller games. Because, like you said, Matt, Arcane Austin was never a Borderlands type live service looter shooter. That's not their style. That's not their wheelhouse. And it breaks my heart for Arcane Austin, because not every game is perfect. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But the fact of the matter is, and it's gonna piss you off, it's gonna piss me off, it's gonna piss a lot of people off that don't know this, the fact that this and kind of funny reported on this. The Tom Warren of The Verge reported on this. Arcade Austin, after fumbling the bag with Redfall, came to Xbox and said, "Hey, we want to get back to our roots. Let us work on a Dishonored game." And Xbox told him, "No, you're going to make Redfall work. Make that work." And then a year later, you shut them down. That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy. They wanted to make Dishonored 3. You told them, make Redfall work, which it's not in their wheelhouse. And you shut them down.
That's
okay.
So bad.
If I'm looking, bro, Matt. If I'm Ninja Theory, if I'm Hellblade 2, I'm shitting bricks, bro.
Yeah, dude. Stop. Don't even.
No,
don't,
bro. They said
don't
Microsoft said there's more cuts coming in the coming weeks. Bro, have you seen one piece of marketing for Senua's Saga?
So recently, yes.
Recently,
that, no.
Matt. The game comes out next week.
Stop.
The game comes out next week, bro.
No.
This game is gonna come out, and it's crazy because this game's gonna come out. It's gonna sell like 4 or 5 million copies, which is gonna be good for an 8-hour game that's basically building off of the first game. And Microsoft's gonna come and be like, "You sold 4 million copies. Hey, Ninja Theory, how would you like to work on the next Call of Duty?"
You're breaking my heart, man.
Bro,
I'm so curious. I should say I am curious, but I'm scared and curious at the same time about what they're gonna do. Because I mean, if they're projecting they're gonna do more cuts, man, that's fucked. Like it's just I never thought. Now people were talking to me earlier the last couple days about it. I never realized. I guess I just don't have the big corpo mental for this, but I never thought that them buying out so many studios would have ended up causing more harm than good at the end of the day. I never thought, never really crossed my mind. So I was like, it's Microsoft. They pretty much have functionally infinite money.
Yeah.
So I never really like gave it a second thought after that.
Yeah.
To be honest. And then here we are now. It's like oh, we're cutting costs. We can't meet quarterly quotes, so we're cutting costs. I'm like,
yeah, we're not. Did you know that the Game Pass only grew 1% from last year?
No, I had no idea.
Now I'm gonna give you the full context because I've been studying this shit all week, bro. Microsoft's gaming division grew 62%, but 61% of that 62% comes from the Activision Blizzard King acquisition. So your gaming division, and more importantly, Game Pass, only grew 1%. Without Activision Blizzard King, y'all would probably be like selling off some of these studios.
Yeah.
Because unlike PlayStation did, so you Sony ponies, y'all. There's a reason why y'all don't have an exclusive game coming out till April, because Microsoft and PlayStation thought that the pandemic was going to be a natural thing where you're going to have this high amount of people playing games and they're at home, and then the pandemic ended, and people went back to work. So you sat here and you bought studios and you built this infrastructure around Game Pass, and now you have like that the excess players that you had in 2020 and 2021, they're not there. They went back to work. And so you kind of had to get in that moment. And if you didn't, you're out of luck.
Yeah, you're straight out of luck.
And now Microsoft is paying the piper. Because they went and bought ABK. They went and bought Bethesda. They went and bought all these companies for their Game Pass subscription during the pandemic. Well, Bethesda had been officially owned by them for like a year when they bought ABK. But you went and bought ABK thinking that these excess players are going to be here and they're going to come subscribe to Game Pass because you were seeing exponential growth with Game Pass, just like Disney Plus was seeing exponential growth on their streaming service, and Netflix was seeing exponential growth, and Hulu and all these other streaming services were seeing exponential growth in a pandemic. And then people went back to work, and people were like, oh, and companies are like, oh, fuck. they're not coming back. We're not getting that dollar no more. Shit, where can we make money? We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down. Hey, Tango, you're going to go work with Arcane Leon and help them with Blade. You, Arcane Austin, you're going to go help with Call of Duty. Because we got to make a return on investment on that. And now it's like, everybody, the only smart people in this game were Nintendo. And even they said, we're going to have to start buying companies here in a second. Because we don't have the manpower, the developers, to crank out a Zelda every 2 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Bro, there was a report that came out this week that Nintendo came out, or there was a report that came out, I think from The Verge, that said Nintendo delayed all of their games that are ready to come out this year to next year, so that way the Switch 2 has games to play on it. Everybody's struggling. Struggling.
That's crazy.
There was a meme going around, like, cause we're on PC, we game on PC, like, oh, my GPU was bottlenecked, fucking my wallet is bottlenecked, and so are these corporations. It's like they're just getting choked out, and they're like trying to grasp for air whenever they can, and it's bad all around, bro.
Wow. Yeah, I guess I couldn't say it any better than that, man.
It's bad all around, man.
Yeah, it's really shitty. So, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's been any other like major cuts from Sony and stuff. I don't think there has been.
They were some at the beginning of the year from Sony. They cut. They cause remember they were like, well, I don't know if you were tapped in like that, but there was like this big kerfuffle because Jim Ryan went to their London studio, and then like 2 days later they shut that entire studio down. He went to the London studio to celebrate. Hey, thanks for being a part of the PlayStation family for 20-something years. We're shutting you down in 2 days. Best luck on your future endeavors. Jesus. So there's been layoffs and studio closures all year, and there's more to come.
At the end of the day, it's just big company want big money.
And they'll cut.
Big company, if they don't get big money,
yep.
People get big fucked.
People get big fucked and big fired. Yeah.
Just like what happened to me when I was fucking showering earlier, trying to shave my face. Microsoft just did a big fuck. They just did a big fuck up, just like me.
Yeah, man.
Just like me.
But hey, as some people have tried to spin this. Hey, Matt, now that Tango Gameworks and Arcane Austin and Alpha Dog and Roundhouse, I think it's what the studio called Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Now that they're shut down, we might get Elder Scrolls 6 2 years earlier than what we're all thinking. We might get Fallout 5 before we're in our 40s.
Nice wishful thinking, bro.
Get the fudge out of here, man. Let's be honest.
Nice
Bethesda's going to throw them on a New Vegas remake or a Fallout 3 remake for the next gen consoles, and then call it a day.
And this is kind of going back. I know this is off topic again, but going back on the whole fucking Bethesda thing.
Yeah.
I really hope they take. Oh, I just threw my hair tie. I really hope they take, and this is just so off topic, but I don't care. I hope they take the success and the game itself of Cyberpunk, and I hope they like make their games like their future games like that. Like when how it's very generic by the way I said it, but Cyberpunk is very cutscene heavy when it comes to like atmosphere and they're very very big in their immersion. Their cutscenes like they're I mean obviously you played it, like, like how like they do very well with their side missions, their missions, the world, everything. Like you just feel like like listening to like the conversations, like you're seeing everything unfold during the missions, and you're like you just feel like you're in like this like cyberpunk universe, like you're them, holy shit. And then you see Starfield, and like, there's been a lot of comparison videos about stuff like this.
Yeah. And
it's like you see Starfield, and it's like, okay, it's like one NPC talks they have the same formula, like the NPC talks to you, you're like stuck, and they like zoom in on their face, and they're like, like fucking there's like, oh hello, money, you know. And
Yeah.
and I really hope they take a step back so they can think about their end. Like, they can think about everything, and then take a big leap forward with their future games to make it more immersive and more like, you know, more cyberpunk like.
Yeah.
And with cyberpunk, look at it like as in like not the fucking like art style and everything, but like
Yeah.
the immersion aspect.
The immersion aspect of it. Cause
That
like
whole game is just perfect.
that whole game is perfect, but like I look to Baldur's Gate 3 now, and there's no reason why an RPG can't be that immersive every time now.
Yeah.
Like that is,
No, I agree.
I don't care what none of these corporations say. That Baldur's Gate 3 is the standard.
Yeah. Like it doesn't have to be that big. It doesn't have to be massive. You know, it doesn't have to be as big as like Baldur's Gate 3 is a big fucking game. I still to this day can't believe how well they did with this game. But like it doesn't have to be as big, but I just want it to be as immersive. Like like games like that, like open world RPG style games, cyberpunk, you know, all Fallouts, whatever. Like it's the immersion aspect. I think is what really digs the nail in the coffin for me.
Yeah.
And I'll keep going back on cyberpunk because they just did it. They did everything so well. The immersion and everything is just done so well.
You go back to cyberpunk, and I'm going to give you another example of like how game development should be.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky. That game, like, bro, that game, when it came out, it was so bad, bro. But the developers were given time and given a chance to, like, fix it. And that's the problem with these big corporations is you're going back to Arcane Austin. While I don't agree that they should have been told to focus on Redfall over letting them do Dishonored 3, if you were going to force them to do Redfall, you should have gave them more than a year to make it work, to fix it. But
No,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's like I keep going back to the Game Awards, man, and I'm like, I relish in the idea of like the Baldur's Gate 3 and games like Light No Fire and the other game coming from the Untitled Goose developers, and I'm like,
Yeah.
because like we're seeing it with games like Lethal Company, where it's like
I'm so happy that Lethal Company shit on everything.
last year, man.
I'm so it puts a smile on my face to see that. Like it just because then I hope it gives bigger company like corporations an idea of like, you know, smaller indie studios can do it. You just need to give them the fucking like freedom.
The resources, the resources and the freedom.
You just gotta not destroy their entire platform and make them either do something completely off topic or off like their script, and just let them like do what they want to do.
Just give them money, give them time, and get out the way. Literally. Because like, bro, even this year, Power World, Helldivers.
Yeah. Was Helldivers? I don't know who. I actually don't know the studio that made Helldivers. Was it a smaller studio?
Shift. No, that's Stellar Blade. We'll talk. Yeah, Stellar Blade's a whole thing. But I forgot what the studio is called. It's a PlayStation studio, but the fact that that game is so successful and the gameplay loop is relatively simple.
It's so fun.
But it's so fun. Power World is so fun because it's like Minecraft with Pokemon.
Yeah, it's so simple, but it's so fun.
It's so simple, but it's like a lot of these games. This is my complaint. Going back to the post Game Awards Clarity episode, where one of my complaints, while I do think it was a good Game Awards, but my issue was it feels like the gaming industry is trying to pander to the movie industry. And so it's.
Oh, sorry. I think I just lost my internet connection for a second.
Oh,
okay,
shoot.
We're back.
All right. It's like, damn. I panicked for a second. I was like, do I stop recording? Do I keep going?
No. We're chilling.
But I'm like, the gaming industry seems to be pandering to the movie industry, and like you see that with look at PlayStation, like their AAA games, Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us. They pitch these games in mind in the hopes that a Hollywood studio exec will pick it up and turn it into a show or a movie. Even Xbox is doing it now. Hey, would you like to make a Halo show? We want to make a Fallout show? Even now, after the success of the Fallout show, Xbox is like, what other IP do we have? Gears of War? Gears of War?
Awesome.
You want a Gears of War show? Gears of War movie? What do you want? And I'm like, the more we pander, the more the corpos try to get under in Hollywood's good graces, the further removed from your roots and your identity you're going to become.
Yeah, they're just straying further away from God.
Yeah, they need to return to Monkey.
Yeah, that's about That's all I can even think of at that point.
It's like, that's all right.
No.
In the end, we'll and like in Fallout, we'll outlast all the corpos. Let's go.
So, yeah, I got nothing more to speak on this.
Me neither, man.
I think we've said our piece. I think you've definitely said your piece more than me. So I think we're.
If you feel like you got more piece to lay down, go ahead, brother. But
everything I want to talk about, I've pretty much already spoke of.
I'm telling you, man. I'll see you. I will see, brother. Look at me in the camera eyes. I will see you in a week and a half. We will be back here in 2 weeks to discuss the closure of Ninja Theory and Hellblade. I'm telling you, bro. I don't want it to be true,
Stop.
but I am telling you, bro.
Don't do it. Don't do it to me, man. Don't do it to me.
I'm telling you, bro.
If there's any other big, big companies, or not big, but any other companies that have really fucking well-made titles, and they get closed down, I'll cry.
If Hellblade gets shut down, I don't see how you could be.
Imagine they drop Hellblade 2 and then the next day they go, congrats on the success.
Adios. Adios. Bro, like someone talk, I know I've been busting your balls with the Ninja Theory thing, but I'm worried about Ninja Theory, and I'm also, this is gonna sound crazy to some of y'all, I am worried for Obsidian. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. If Avowed doesn't hit whatever financial numbers they want it to hit, bro.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're actually right.
I'm telling you.
Right. I'm trying to think of what the most recent Obsidian game is. Do you know?
Outer Worlds.
That came out
Outer Worlds and Playground game or Grounded.
Okay, well, Grounded did pretty well.
Grounded did pretty well, but it was an early access for 2 years, and then they ported over to Switch.
Okay, and I know
there's
I'm kind of scared. Yeah, I'm kind of scared for their fidelity, I guess.
There's something, and we didn't really touch on this, but there's something to be said. Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, Grounded all went multi-platform. They were Xbox exclusives for about a year plus, and they went to the Switch and they went to PlayStation, and so far only Grounded and Sea of Thieves is doing good on other platforms. Hi-Fi Rush did not sell well on PS5. Really? Pentiment, no. It's not even top 20 on PS5 sales charts.
Surprised.
Sea of Thieves is number 1. Hi-Fi Rush is not top 20, bro.
I'm actually surprised about that.
And that's why I say I'm scared for Ninja Theory and I'm scared for Obsidian. Because Matt, mark my word, we're going to mark this calendar. Today, May 17th, 2024, 10:25 p.m. If Hellblade 2 comes out, and then 6 months to a year later, you hear that Microsoft is sending Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga, to PS5 and Nintendo Switch, be afraid. Because that means that this is their last-ditch effort to get a profit before they shut down the studio.
These guys are, you're speaking like a prophet right now.
I'm speaking like a prophet that doesn't want to be a prophet. I do not want to be a prophet. But
You're making me depressed.
I have to look at the signs that Microsoft has given me. Hi-Fi Rush won them an award. They shadow dropped it, and then they ported it to PS5 and Nintendo, hoping that it would garner them more sales. And clearly, it didn't work, so they shut down Tango.
Man.
Right when they were in the middle of pitching an Evil Within 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
So if I am reading the writing on the wall, and I'm seeing the breadcrumbs that Microsoft is laying at my feet. They dropped specifically these 4 games Microsoft had higher financial hopes for. It didn't hit those metrics on Xbox, whether it be Steam, Game Pass, or both. So they sent it out to the other 2. And whatever happened, happened. And clearly, in the form of Hi-Fi Rush, it didn't make its money back. So they said, hey, Tango, get up out of here. Get up out of here.
We're fucked. I think we're actually screwed. I think you're gonna. It's like the Mayans, yeah. You know how like everyone was like scared and shit, and they're like, it's like that. You're like the fucking Mayans right now. You're like theorizing, like you're like this is gonna happen at this date at this time, and that date and that time's gonna come, and everyone's just gonna panic, and we're gonna be like, oh, well, what do we do now? And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like the opposite of the Mayans, where it actually comes true.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It's like, well, what do we? Well, then, why you say fuck me for? You know?
Yeah, wait, why you say fuck me for? Yeah, literally.
So
I'm telling you, Matt. Like, I know you love Hellblade and Ninja Theory, and you know that's your schizo mommy. But if Ninja Theory gets shut down,
it's gonna be
I am absolutely scared for Obsidian.
Yo, yeah, I never even thought about it. I know, yeah, you're right. I never even thought about Obsidian. Because, I mean, they really haven't really made, like...
a banger.
A major game. Yeah, they haven't made a major game in many years. So, if Avowed doesn't do well... Fuck.
Hey.
That's all I gotta say. So, man. Prophet Keshawn.
I hope not, man. I hope I can take this Sharingan and throw this bitch in the ocean or something. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's the dark days are here, man. It was too good for too long. The dark days are here. Dark days are here.
For real. We need to defeat the God Hand. So the dark days have come. The White Hawk has come to start the dark days.
Yeah,
we need to be like Gus and fucking destroy it.
Yeah, man. We need to. Maybe if we all. Maybe if we all like beat Elden Ring, maybe that can quell the forces of darkness. I don't know.
It only took me like it only took a 6-month break for me to finally go back into the game. Only a 6-month break.
And all I'm saying is I'm eager to see what Summer Games Fest is like for Xbox.
Yeah, it's gonna be I think scary. Not scary. It's gonna be interesting.
It'll be interesting.
It'll be weird.
It'll be weird, and it'll be like.
So it's like, cause at this point, it's like you're gonna see the games, and you're gonna be like, oh, if that doesn't do well, they're fucked.
Yeah.
No.
Someone said, kind of funny games was like, yeah, you're gonna look at Hellblade, Avowed, hell, even if I can be so bold, Indiana Jones. If that game doesn't do well when it comes out, what do you do with Machine Games, the Wolfenstein creators? What do you do with them? Do you just say, hey bro, you had indie and it didn't sell?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, Xbox has created more problems for themselves, bro.
Yeah, I think they're going down a dark path. And I don't know if they're. I hope they can stop it. Well, only God knows at this point.
Yeah,
God
I'm like. They've started going down a dark path with the ABK. When they started gobbling up studios, we should all collectively, as like a gaming community, be like, hold on,
yeah,
you're going, yeah, like,
take a step back and think.
Like, bro, there's so much stuff we didn't even cover today, but like, they had a whole studio that they created in house called The Initiative that's supposed to be working on the Perfect Dark reboot. You had no idea, Matt. I've known about this since 2018.
Holy shit.
That's how long they've had this Initiative project going. And guess what? Their entire talent that they hired, gone.
Oh, they wiped it out?
They wiped it completely. They wiped it completely out. It was so bad they had to bring in Crystal Dynamics to help finish development. And now we get new reports that they're not even like 5% done with development. So who knows if the game's even ever coming out?
It's probably stuck forever.
I'm like, yep, it's GG's. And I've never played a Perfect Dark game, but if you were looking forward to that, hey, that's raps, bro. That's in purgatory. That's in the Shadow Realm, bro.
It's truly in a fucking in a dark age. It's really in a perfect dark age.
Perfect, yeah. I'm like, all I can hope for.
Perfectly dark closet.
Yeah.
Never seen the light of day.
Like, yo, like the fucking code is in like some intern's basement somewhere. Like, like, oh yeah, I remember the summer 2018 when I started working on this project for Microsoft. That was like 5 years ago. Good times. Like,
stuck in a OneDrive somewhere.
Stuck on a OneDrive. Yeah, lost to fucking time. Dog, I don't know, man. Maybe brighter days are ahead, and we just can't see the forest for the trees. But I'm bracing for impact, and I would suggest you guys at home do the same. Take advice from my boy Kratos. If you keep your expectations low, you can never be disappointed.
True. I'm just gonna wrap myself in one of those big ass bubble things. You know what I'm talking about? Where you like fucking start rolling like a hamster.
Yeah. The bubble ball.
I'm gonna get into a bubble ball, and once we go off, we lift off, and we're up in the airplane. The airplane fucking snaps in half.
Yeah, man.
Everything just starts crashing. I'll be in my bubble ball, fucking fall out of that bitch, fucking start flying in the bubble ball. Shit, just bounce into the ground. It won't pop. Don't worry, it won't pop. Just hit the ground like a bouncy ball. Fucking.
Yeah, man.
And I'm just gonna live. You know, I'll be ready. I'll be ready for the crash.
My boy Matt gonna live forever. He's prepared.
I got the bubble ball. I'm ready, bro.
My boy Matt got an Xbox Fallout bunker, and when shit starts hitting the fan, yeah.
Yo, imagine, that'd be crazy. Yeah. Put that shit in my backyard.
In case Xbox starts fucking up, buy Vault Tech today. Yeah.
Jesus.
Dog.
Well, I'm good if you are.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I think I gotta go pick out a black suit for 2 weeks from now. So.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Again, my name is Matt, aka August 8th. This is Keshawn, aka Kid Lethal. This is the gaming DeGenZ. Sorry, I can't. Oh my god, my brain is rotted to all hell talking about all this stuff.
Yeah, man. It's been the Gaming DeGenZ podcast.
Yes, the Gaming DeGenZ podcast.
And remember, always be a degenerate. Peace, brothers.
Peace.
And sisters, and they thems.